So I noticed when I looked at a lot of your drawings in your sketchbook that some of you understood perspective and some of you understood it partially and went a little off kilter at other times. So this is what I'd like you to do. I'd like you to print out your source so that it's the same size as the drawing in your sketchbook. And your source should have all these lines, these orthogonal lines that we drew in the other day. And if this is then printed out the same size as your drawing, you can put it, like I did here, underneath in my sketchbook. So here, underneath in my sketchbook, with my drawing on top and a sheet on top of that. So what will happen is you will be able to see your drawing. You will be able to see the source, and then you'll have a clean sheet on top that you will be able to correct what didn't work out right. Okay? I don't really want you to go in there and I don't want you to erase everything, but I want you to figure out what went wrong and where did it go wrong. So I'm going to take this top sheet off because this is pretty much the setup that I would want you to have to begin to analyze. But let's look at the drawing that I have underneath. And what you want to see is, so on the bricks, some people didn't understand that the bricks here on the side, they go back to the vanishing point. And the top of the bricks slant down and the bottom of the bricks slant up. And somewhere right around here, that's on the horizon line, that line is straight. We could draw it straight across the whole piece. And some of you did things like, I can't demonstrate in my phone, but some of you, what you tried to do was you tried to draw your horizontal lines and they began to tilt. They began to do this on your page. So these horizontal lines, they have to be parallel to the horizon line. And in our case, which is not always the same in all perspective, you want your horizon line to be parallel to the edge of the paper, because that's the easiest way to understand this. And then we can get into the weird stuff that does actually happen, because that's harder to understand. So food for thought, you can have a horizon line which is at an angle to the edge of the paper, but it still has the same basic understanding that all the verticals would be perpendicular to that slanted horizon line. So I'll show you what that looks like another day. I'll take a picture and post it to the assignment. But just know that there are many more variables to what we're doing. So what I want you to do is put a blank sheet of paper on top of your drawing with your source underneath and do the drawing so that you can find what happened that didn't work. And the sole purpose of this is to find out what didn't work so you can really understand the beauty and the predictability of what perspective actually is. There's a comfort in knowing that the solutions are predictable. And that's what I want you to gain from this.